Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is This and That Tarot. Back with another general reading. This reading may not resonate with all of you, so only take what resonates. The entire reading may not resonate with you. All right. But you can get in it for the vibe. Your choice is up to you. Any sign can be significant. This could be past, present, or future energy. This could be clarity or validation for others. All right. Collective, you got a couple of things going on. This may not be for all of you. This may be for someone in particular. But again, the entire reading may not resonate with you, only parts of it. Okay. Because I feel like this is something that may be going on behind the scenes. And this could be something, that, like I said, past, present, or future. All right. Moving forward. But the cards that came out is giving like there is someone coming back to you healed, man or woman. Okay. Some of the characteristics of how you may know who this person is, if this reading resonates with more than just one person. All right. You got redhead out here, feminine. Um, you have black African American, could be a woman, could be a man, some woman on the card, could be a man as well. You got beard. Someone can have a beard. You got light skin, feminine, could be a light skin masculine as well. You got red lips. So someone could wear red lipstick, could have thin, red lips. Someone could be Asian as well. Um, Asian masculine, Asian feminine. And this could be a feminine. It's a feminine on the card. It's a couple of them out here. So, well, a few. But yeah, so you do have African American and you have, black African American and you got Asian. All right. Um, as to how you would know who this person is, some characteristics about them. They could have a beard. They could, you know what I'm saying, be African American. They could be light skinned, don't have to be. So as far as what you consider light skin, okay. So you got the next card that came out is use logic, not lies if you want her. So someone is going to have to come in with facts, not facts over feelings. All right. Saving receipts, proof, facts over feelings. Somebody gonna have to come in with that. They can't come in, um, giving you, the backstory, to all these situations, that went on with them, you know, that they may feel like you're unaware of. All right. They're gonna have to give you some proof. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to give you some facts over their feelings about how something made them feel and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to give you some screenshots of that text message. They're gonna have to give you some screenshots of them phone calls or whatever it is. If they feel like it was somebody else, they're gonna have to show you some proof it was somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using it as an example. But some of the truth, um, cards that I pulled about what this person's truth could be over lies when it comes to them coming, towards a feminine. If they want this feminine back, this is, but we're gonna pull some tarot. You got I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So for some of you, this person, and I feel like both of you end up getting a spiritual lesson out of your involvement with this person, man or woman. All right. The next card, we will be together again, came out in reverse. As reverse cards, I don't have to take them reverse, and I do sometimes, mainly because they could be a past thing. It could be something they, not telling you, they holding close to their chest, not wanting to admit or whatever. And it could be, low vibrational energy, that someone was in at the time, for it to be in reverse, to say what they saying, feel what they feel. You know what I'm saying? So this person, deep down, they feel like y'all will be together again. They don't know how, you know what I'm saying? But that's they feeling. They may not be telling you that. And they may, for it to be in reverse, they may be kind of not sure. Now they may have thought that and be more solid about it before, but over time or after some time has passed, they may not be so sure about that. Next card, I wish things could be different, and I feel you even though we are apart. That card is in reverse as well. All right. So this person may be holding back, or they feel like you may be holding back on, them, you feeling them in your energy, or knowing that it's them. You know what I'm saying? But they may, be keeping that. That may be something they know, that, y'all feel each other even though you apart. All right. So the other card that came out is everything you spoke about me is being revealed in your life. The card I pulled to clarify that is cyberbullying. This is somebody possibly that, is in your comments with some online attacks, hiding behind fake profiles, words can still wound. You know what I'm saying? So these are people, or, people that, you are not aware of, don't know these people personally. Of course, they're cyberbullying. All right. But for some of you, it's, people that that they may know of you, but they hide behind fake profiles. You know what I'm saying? And saying hurtful things, especially if they feel like, they got some insight, or they know somebody that you once was connected to, no longer speaking with, or something like that. And these people are bitter and will, give them some information on you just to prove that they had some connection to you, or had some access to you at some point. You know what I'm saying? But that was then, this is now. Like Layla Hathaway said, that was then, this is now. And somehow, some people would never change, when it comes to speaking on you. They are always speaking a negative way until they raise their vibration and focus more on them. You know what I'm saying? But as long as people come around, folks that you done cut off, or people that don't really know you, they'll say things just because they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But whatever is being said and has been said is going on in their life, is reflecting and showing up in their life right now. Everything they spoke on you. If people, and at the bottom of the deck I pulled from is shine. Behind shine is ain't shit. Okay. That card behind ain't shit, bankrupt. And that's in reverse. So somebody could be telling people you broke, you ain't got this, or you ain't got it like that, or you ain't got that kind of money, you ain't got, clout like that, or whatever, or you broke. Couldn't be farther from the damn truth, but they ain't shit. Okay, they don't like your shine. Somebody don't like, that you radiant with truth. They don't like your light triggers their darkness. They stay you stay unapologetically you. They don't like that. They don't like that. Okay, you ain't gonna change who you is, and you know uh rewrite who you is, or try to convince other people to like you. I know I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And still don't. But it's one of them things where people, that ain't authentic, and they not gonna be able to stay in the same room with people that are. Okay, they'll call everybody in there a fake, a fraud, a phony, before they just really, let their hair down, and let they realness show, they dark side show. That it triggers them to be around genuine people, because even people that's wearing a mask, or living a facade, putting on a show, they not very supportive of people being themselves. They barely even can tell when people are being themselves, because they are never themselves, which is very exhausting. It's very exhausting to be somebody that you're not, because you got to always be in character all the damn time. So, but you got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. I split the deck. You got the Page of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so you got somebody, like I said, they got they, they head in the clouds. Like somebody could be daydreaming. They could be, trying to keep some type of idea, something they working on, or this is you, something, you working on to your, keeping it on the hush and keeping it close to your chest or whatever. And it's probably, something, a project or a plan that you, it's like your baby. You know what I'm saying? I'll put a lot of thought into this. I'm gonna take my time with this and possibly even let your inner child come out. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like somebody, is coming off as, very idealistic. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody is, I feel like now somebody's probably, or this is you at the top of the wheel of fortune, and the page of cups. Like somebody, is looking to make plans, travel even. You know what I mean? Like somebody, is wanting to explore. Okay. But it's also giving, someone a change, is here. And it's going to be a big change. I feel like for a lot of you, this is because you close out a lot of cycles. You know what I'm saying? And a new cycle is beginning with this wheel of fortune. All right. But let's see who this is, that needs to come towards you with logic and not lies. Who is this person that needs to come toward the collective with logic and not lies? Clarify. Use logic, not lies, if you want her. Yeah, you got the Hermit in reverse. You got the Page of Wands. The bottom of the deck. What's the Hermit in reverse? Why the Hermit in reverse? Why the Hermit in reverse? Use logic, not lies, if you want her. Yeah, you got the Ace of Wands and the Sun at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Excuse me. To be honest with you, I feel like somebody may have, when somebody is bored, or, when they, because I feel like somebody's antisocial. I don't know if it's this person. They could be a Cancer, don't have to be. It could be an earth sign. Um, Aries, Leo, Sage with this Ace of Wands. Somebody is in isolation, all right? And I feel like them being antisocial, not, just keeping um they distance from people, but this is like also somebody that is um I feel like they go out in public, but I feel like it's not because, someone is open to that. I feel like somebody, is a certain way because of rejection, or they keep their distance, or they, are a loner or something like that. Yeah. Because I feel like somebody got a lot of passion. Like somebody wants a passionate new beginning. You know what I'm saying? And they got a lot of excitement, or somebody is an introvert, somebody else is an extrovert, right? But I feel like someone, is wanting to be in somebody else's energy, or they want to come back around someone. But I feel like someone is, they could be refusing to go within, like rejecting, like spiritual guidance to do that. It's almost like someone doing something out of desperation or something like that, especially, if they have like, hmm, because I feel like someone is gonna have an issue with how you see them, and it's not like how other people see them. You see through them. I feel like for somebody I'm talking to in particular, you see through a person, and I feel like that's one of them moments in somebody's life right now that they have never had and been able to move and do the things they do because they haven't really been around anybody that looks any deeper than the surface. And I feel like because they done crossed paths, because this is a spiritual lesson for somebody, and they thank you for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you had not crossed paths with this person in the way that you did, and it may not have, gotten off to the best, start, or it had, it may have got, it probably took off real fast, and then it was a slow burn. Okay, is what I'm getting. But it wasn't over, a lack of passion. It was the fact that somebody has a lot of passion for someone, but I feel like somebody does not look in depth. Like they don't look deeper than the surface, when it comes to them approaching people to say what they need to say and putting, a lot of thought into it. Okay. And they may be doing it from a place, of sadness, because they feel as though like they don't have that enthusiasm, or you don't have it for them no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody wants to say something or do something to spark that again. And they may not know how to do that. Clarify the hermit with the page of wands, with the ace of wands. Because this person want a passion in the beginning. The ace of wands is out here, but they not gonna get it if they don't, tap in. Okay. they Logic over lies. Like you're gonna have to give, the facts, and stick to the facts over just the feelings with the ace of wands. Like, yeah. Give me some more on this hermit. Yeah, the devil in reverse, the ten of swords. So somebody, is freeing themselves, from whatever these addictions and, bad habit, outdated beliefs, um, some ways they may have been, going about being in and using, person to person when it came to how they move, in connections with people, friends, work, family. This is, I ain't gonna say outdated beliefs, but it's not some way of doing things that is for everybody. Okay, especially if it's a lover situation, right? So it's like somebody having to regain control of the aspect of like how they allow people to come into their life and how they navigate themselves in doing that, like not letting somebody get too much, of the upper hand, or, get have, let somebody keep you in a place just because they got dirt on you, or just because, they pay a bill or two, or they assist you with something or something like that. Like stop, letting the things that you do with other people or what somebody thinks about you hold you back, is what I'm saying. And this is somebody, freeing themselves, reclaiming their power. Stop letting things hold you down in, addictions or a way of thinking, being materialistic and stuff like that. Because I feel like this person now learning this spiritual lesson, like somebody is realizing now how they were at a time with you, or where they was in their life at a time when you came onto their path. They know why they were like that, why they moved that way. It was things that happened in their life, the way they saw things, and this is how they, responded to it. This is how they decided they was gonna handle those situations or those people. And in them doing that, they ended up doing that to the wrong person for the wrong reasons. Because I feel like your intentions was pure. You know, You had nothing but good intentions for this person. There was not nothing to hinder this person or slow them down or trick them, you know what I'm saying, or nothing like that. It was, seeing something in this person that you spoke on or triggered in them that they just refuse to work on, and it is causing a block in the happiness and them being in a stable connection. If this person was looking for a stable connection and wasn't getting it, they was never going to get it if they didn't change something. And I feel like the Most High gave this person several, chances to do that with you, with people before you, and this person just kept leading with they won. They kept making they won more relevant than anything else. And I guess I don't know if that's because people, may have thought that this person wanted, and by them not being somebody that really expresses themselves, because you got the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength in reverse. Okay, so this is like a whole bunch of, failure, bitterness, knives, being stabbed in the back. This person could have, been backstabbed, I don't know how many times. You know what I'm saying? Or they really, a air sign really took a hit, you know what I'm saying, more than one time when it came to, trying to work with this person. And I feel like the Most High pulled you out of something, at a time where this person was just too reckless, you know what I'm saying, too blind to see their own hang-ups. And this is why this person, was refusing, to look within, being antisocial. You know what I'm saying? Just refusing to look within and be logical about things, not, feeling like you got to make up some lies, because lies only compound lies. Okay. But you got Earth out here with the devil. Somebody could be a Capricorn. You got air out here as well with the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And you got the Hermit, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sage with the Ace of Wands. And I feel like this person also, has did things, that kind of is really showing up like this person with this devil in reverse is giving like somebody having like some outdated beliefs, but they also have some addictions. Like somebody leaves with what they have. Like they could be, let's say they packing, you know what I'm saying? And then they very materialistic. So they always keep ain't nothing wrong with having a nice car, nice crib, you know what I'm saying? And dress well and stuff like that. But this is somebody that, almost comes off as an opportunist. But they come off a certain way to appeal to people around them or a certain group of people. I would say they're attention whore, but what's the truth they need to tell my collective over these lies? What's the logic, the truth they need to tell the collective over these lies if they want her back? Are they even gonna tell you the truth? Yeah. See, it's about manipulation with the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the King of Swords, and yeah. Yeah. But somebody's coming. Who is this coming back to the collective heal? Clarify coming back to you healed. Clarify coming back to you healed. Coming back to you healed. Emperor. And the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, the Death at the bottom of the deck. Could be a fire sign with this water out here. With the Nine of Cups in reverse. See, somebody, is lacking fulfillment. Like somebody is, looking at the fact that they know they know the only person that's gonna check off all the boxes, or the only way to get um this fulfillment, like I said earlier, like this person, this spiritual lesson somebody learned, they learned that they can't get to where they going stepping on other people when they haven't even, worked on themselves. They haven't even made sure that they straight to be stepping on somebody else or taking somebody else for granted. Like you really don't even know if what you have is secure. You don't even have a secure plan to fall back on to say that you can afford to do people like this. It's like that. And with the Magician in reverse, this is, somebody possibly, want to come in with some type of trickery or some shit like that. Possibly, a air sign or a low vibrational air sign is trying to do this shit. Clarify that Magician in reverse. Clarify the Magician in reverse. Why the Magician in reverse? Nine of Swords. The Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Damn. Like somebody dealing with a lot of, negativity. This is somebody that is thinking very negatively about themselves, about the situation, and a lot of despair. Like somebody's very desperate, especially when they fear, the longer they don't talk to you, the longer the communication is the way it is, the more they feel as though like they lose sleep over this. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody falls asleep thinking about what they can say, how they gonna say it, who they can, get to say it for them, some shit like that. But whoever this is, this emperor that's coming back to you here, that somebody's coming back to you as a emperor. But I feel like it's because this person knows, with the unhappiness that they experiencing and the unfulfilled, this wish fulfillment not being granted. You know what I'm saying? And they disappointed. This is a lot of disappointment. You know what I'm saying? With nine cups, child. This is, from somebody's arrogance. Their arrogance was they block. It was that's what blocked them. They blocked themselves. So with this Nine of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, like somebody, is, with this Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this is like somebody, actually feeling as though like they are trapped, like restricted from talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Or there's some, like somebody is almost like paralyzed with fear. Okay, like somebody feels powerless. You know what I'm saying? But it's like someone has to surrender, the idea of doing it their way, which has gotten them nowhere. The old ways, the thoughts that the strategizing they've been doing, or the ways, the things that they have done, to try to keep people with them, or get the truth out of somebody, or get what they want out of somebody. Like all that strategizing ain't get them no damn well. Ain't got them no, not even a child. Clarify this Nine of Cups in reverse. Clarify the Nine of Cups in reverse. What's the Nine of Cups in reverse? Yeah, you got the Ace of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. Air with fire out here at the bottom of the deck, with the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. telling you somebody was arrogant as hell. They their intuition was blocked. Their third eye was blocked. Somebody got, some whatever low vibrational energies this person was around, they more or less understood that language than yours being, awakened. You know what I'm saying? That gibberish, you know, what you were saying to this person was like gibberish. Okay. So this is like, somebody feeling they gonna, be met with some hostility because they may have, handled a lot of things with hostility. You know what I'm saying? When it came to you triggering things about them, within them. You know what I'm saying? So this caused a lot of arguments. You know what I'm saying? A lot of confusion, but also arguments, a back and forth, for a lot of disagreements. And this was because this person was not using the intuition. The intuition was blocked. They were operating solely out of their ego. You know what I'm saying? King of Swords, somebody rational, you know what I'm saying? Cold hearted, ruthless, dishonest. Okay, they'll say what they need to say to get what they want. But they're coming back to you healed as an emperor. They could have air in their chart. They could be a water sign with air in their chart. Don't have to be. And this is going to be a lesson somebody always remember. Even if you don't take this person back, I feel like this is a lesson that they end up, maybe utilizing in another connection if you don't take this person back. So you're going to constantly be on this person's mind, and you're going to be, they're going to be forever grateful that they had to learn this lesson the way they did, even though it hurt. But the next person they get with, if, the Most High say the same, they going to have a story to tell that person as to how they got to be in the mindset that they in, and how the understanding that they have, thanks to somebody that they let slip through their fingers because this person, tried to, be a light, for them, but because they, were so used to darkness, and only entertaining light when they wanted something, fulfilling, when they wanted something quick and easy that felt good, and they went toward the light. But the Most High was like, that's it. You cut off from that. You're on your own. And I feel like some people, energy just is telling for them. Like they realizing now the energies they was around was not even fulfilling. They wasn't gonna even get nowhere close to what they wanted, as far as a 10 of Cups, even by themselves. Okay? Because they had a lot of healing to do. But let's see who this is speaking whatever somebody spoke. What is this that somebody spoke over my collective that's going on in their life now? Who is this? Everything you spoke about me is being revealed in your life. Everything you spoke about me is being revealed in your life. Clarify. Yeah, you got the Chariot with the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, child, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so somebody, with the Chariot out here, somebody could be a water sign, low vibrational water sign, or they was connected to a low vibrational water sign. But this is somebody that's, lacks control, and they'll stay in situations, you know what I'm saying, be very aggressive with what they do if they do anything. But this is somebody that also, with the Chariot in reverse, they'll stay in situations with people and entertain bullshit and lies and deceit and stuff, and make up stuff. This is a group of people, groupies even, that is people that just hang around a masculine, or they each other's company. Misery loves company type of thing. But they all get on board with, being catty and shit talking. But it's one of them groups of people that will agree as long as they're in the same room with each other. But when they split up, they talking about each other to other people. Clarify the Chariot in reverse. And this is somebody, I feel like somebody was around someone that, and you could already know this with the High Priestess out here and the Knight of Wands in reverse. You could already know this as a High Priestess. You got Pisces out here now with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. And I feel like whoever was trying to play mind games and shit like that with a high priestess, child, man or woman, the law, they is it. I mean, that's why the spiritual lesson, you know, was ushered in by way of whoever you are. You were somebody's catalyst for them making better choices and them, being at the breaking point. No, the Most High being at his breaking point with this person getting this lesson. And they may have struggled in the past, like with getting this lesson too, because it seemed like it's a struggle for this person to had answered the call, to get this lesson. It may, baby, it's like pulling some teeth for this person to make this call, to answer the call, like answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is a higher power. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like whoever this is that was speaking on you, the Most High, that sit high and look low, made sure that this person got what they was looking for. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that is very passive. This is somebody that, will bring up, things that are not even no more. Like whatever your last, whatever this person know your situation that ever had been in the past, if it was not so good, this person would dwell on talking about that with anybody that'll listen. And use that, to oh, your numbers ain't all that high, or you don't got that many views, blah 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 blah, and all that, and baby, whatever is what's going on with them is no more. It's no more. Even if they don't went off and try to, find some other, creative way to try to, just for example, get their numbers back up, or get their followers, get triple, the amount of followers they used to have that they done lost. They ain't gonna even tell you they lost some. This is somebody that won't even speak on the fact that they losing followers. Just using that as an example now, okay? But they could be, like I said, a low vibrational water sign, fire sign, with the Knight of Wands out here. You got Pisces out here with the High Priestess, and you got water out here with the Chariot in reverse. But this is somebody that's very, directionless. Like somebody does not know who to go in what direction. They'll go with this group wherever this group go, like the Verizon network. Okay, but you could already know this with this High Priestess out here, and somebody don't like the face. And I could be talking to a seer too and a healer. But I feel as though whatever somebody was talking is getting shown back to them, and they possibly are a King of Wands in reverse. Somebody that lack in a state of lack and don't have any self control, self discipline, or anything like that. Whoever this is, and you may not even know this person, but this is somebody that will hide behind fake profiles, saying some fire shit to you or whatever, just in hopes of trying to kill your light, dim your light, basically. Clarify this King of Wands in reverse. What's the King of Wands in reverse with the Chariot in reverse? Clarify the King of Wands in reverse with the Chariot in reverse. We're gonna close out. What's the King of Wands in reverse with the Chariot in reverse? Clarify the King of Wands in reverse with the Chariot in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, not the King of Wands in reverse and came out. So yeah, this is somebody definitely, domineering, like they're very arrogant, you know what I'm saying? But this is a weak leader. You know what I'm saying? I remember somebody saying their coworker told them, an older lady told them, I don't mind having a leader, but don't lead me out of fear. And that's what it's giving me. It's like, you got the 4 wands at the bottom of the deck now with the 8 of swords and the 3 of wands. Yeah, somebody know what direction they want to go in now. Like somebody's building up their confidence, to look ahead, actually use a foresight now, and when it comes to them coming out of the cold to their empress. I can't make it up. But I mean, it's been a hard, lesson for somebody to learn because it had to hurt like hell. About as much as it hurt you to have to walk away from this person, collective. I'm gonna leave it here. Hopefully the message resonates and or is helpful. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe on your way out. I really appreciate it. Until next time, I love you. Bye.